We're discussing good girls competing with bad girls for a good man. But I want to clear something up about a question that I received about the fact that the bad girls outnumber the good girls, and this places the good girls at a disadvantage. No, sister, that's not what places you at a disadvantage. I'm going to talk to you for the next several minutes about what places you at a disadvantage and why the so-called bad girl has the upper hand. Now, it's not because of anything sexual or anything freaky things that she's doing in the bedroom. That is not the case. And it's not that she's a bad person, the so-called bad girl. She's just bad for your relationship. She's bad for your relationship because she's out there waiting for you to push your man away. She's bad for your relationship because she knows that his heart is with you. She realizes that he does not want to be with her, and she's clear on the fact that your man actually wants to be with you. She knows that you have his heart. She knows that he wants to please you. But what gives her the advantage over you is that she knows that you are unsatisfiable. She understands that it's in a man's nature to be made to feel, to believe that we can please you. She's very thorough in that understanding that we inherently, as men, we have a desire, an innate desire to please the woman that we love. Now, if for whatever reason we can't please you, then we have to find someone else that we can please. She understands this. She understands that what she does in the bedroom does not give her the advantage. That's what you think. No, it's not what she does in the bedroom that gives her the advantage. What gives her the advantage is what she does in his headroom. She understands that all of the friction, the fussing, the complaining, and the fighting, she knows that that just pushes him away, and so she's not going to create all of the friction and all of the pushback. She's not going to do that. She understands that the reason why he is with her is because you create the friction. You are always complaining, and you are always finding something wrong with him. When he needs physical pleasure, I grant you that yes, she makes herself available to him. You don't do that. She understands that you find reasons to put him off. And in the middle of putting him off, you issue complaints and you express degrees of dissatisfaction. This, my dear good sister, is why you are at a disadvantage. What does she have that you don't have? You say that you don't know what he sees in her. Well, I'm going to tell you what he sees in her, and I'm going to tell you what she has or what she's got that you don't have. But before I let the proverbial cat out of the bag, I want to issue a challenge to you, my dear, sweet, lovable sister. I want you to contact or go and get your husband, go and get your boyfriend, your man of interest, your fiance, or you could send this video to a male confidant, somebody that you confide in. I dare you to do this with me because I want you to find a man to refute what I am about to say. I want you to go and find a man who will invalidate what I'm about to tell you in the next few minutes. of what she's got that you don't have. This is what the so-called bad girl has that you don't have. She has a smile on her face, sister, when she sees your man. She is easier to get along with. She's easier to be around, easier to talk to, easier to laugh with, and she listens to him. See, sister, she waits on him hand and foot. Now, you know, you're going to probably want to fuss at me about this, but I want to remind you of something. How did you get the advantage? How did you win him over? How did you get him to give you his heart? Well, let's remember now. See, the biggest problem you have, sister, is that you know that you have your man's heart. You know that he wants to please you. This places you at a disadvantage because you think this gives you the right to express levels and degrees of dissatisfaction because you know that you have his heart in the palm of your hand. But don't forget that before he gave you his heart, you gave him everything that he needed. You started out doing what the bad girl does in order to win him over. But now that he's yours, you are completely unsatisfiable. You think that you have him on lock, but there is no such thing as on lock. There is, however, a such thing as unlock. So pay attention. She, the so-called bad girl, is actually not a bad girl at all. She's a good girl whose heart is with the man whose heart is with you. It's not that she's easy in a sexual or sleazy kind of way. No, you make it easy. Like the old song says, making it easy for the cleanup woman. You make it easy because you are so difficult. Too much friction, too much pushback, too much attitude. I challenge you to refute and invalidate what I am saying. What makes her bad is that she makes it easier for your man to not have to put up with you. The other part of this is that he knows that she's out there. He knows that she's out there, and she is out there waiting for you to grind him down with your levels and degrees of dissatisfaction. She can't hurt him like you can because he is not emotionally invested in her. He's emotionally invested in you. So what do you do about this? Because he wants to be with you. Well, first of all, it's not about how much you love him. So just throw that out. That doesn't amount to anything. What's more powerful than when you say I love you is your outward show of satisfaction. But because you have become so difficult to please, it places you at an extreme disadvantage because remember, it is in a man's nature to want to please his woman. But if we can't please you, then we have to find someone else to please. He can do without your love, sister, but he cannot do without the look of satisfaction on your face. And it doesn't matter whether or not you are satisfied. You had better show outwardly that you are satisfied, or you will always be at a disadvantage. Now, you have what he wants, sister, and you are who he wants. But she, the so-called bad girl, gives him what he needs, just like you did before you won him over. Now, I'm not trying to create any fallout between you and your man or your husband, but this is what he is afraid to say to you. He's afraid to say, no matter what I do, I can't seem to please you. Nothing that I do seems to please you, and so at some point he's going to say, so why even try? Why should I even try when nothing seems to please her? Whereas the so-called bad girl, she doesn't create all these obstacles and hurdles for him to please her. and she shows high degrees of satisfaction when it comes to him. I believe it was Gladys Knight who said, if I were your woman and you were my man, there would be no other woman. You'd be weak as a lamb. She said that she tears you down, darling, says you're nothing at all. But see, she's there to pick him up when he falls. Now, I say this, sister, because number one, is true. And because you're a good sister and you're not like the so-called bad girl, you think that you have the right to issue your complaints and voice your opinions about this, that, and the other. But that same thing that makes you a good girl makes you a bad mate. And he's looking for a good mate, a good teammate. So all of your love for him, all of your college degrees, and all of the luxury that you could provide him with, he can do without the luxury. He can do without the so-called love. He cannot do without the look of satisfaction on the face of the woman that's in his life. Guys, I'm only here to help because I want for you what I want for myself. I want you guys to be happy. I want you to be healthy. I want you to live a life of longevity and one of fulfillment. But above all these things combined, I wish upon you many, many blessings. I am looking forward to your response. And as always, my name is Jay Jackson.